All right, next game, Patriots at the Bills. This line opened up Bills -3. It's up to 3.5. Actually, it's 4 at Pinnacle, so it looks like they want some Patriots money, which is interesting. So what are your thoughts on this game? And also, what is wrong with Cam Newton?
Okay, so getting to what's wrong with Cam Newton first. My former colleague at NBC Sports Boston, Phil Perry, went through a game from a couple weeks ago, I think. And Cam Newton, during the game, I believe it was the game against the Broncos, he hit his hand, his throwing hand, while making a pass, I believe. So I'm wondering if there's some sort of hand or elbow injury related to that. I'll have to go through Twitter and look for the clip. I know Phil has it cut somewhere, so I'll try to find that. But it's clear that there's something wrong with him. I mean, part of it is he doesn't have any good receiving weapons. Like Julian Edelman, he does not look good right now. N'Keal Harry's hurt. And then it's Damiere Byrd and guys that I have not even heard of, which is unfathomable because I live in New England and cover the NFL for a living. So, yeah, I think Cam's in bad shape. This whole team's in bad shape. My poor dad's fantasy team is in horrible shape.
Well, I played Cam Newton against you in fantasy this week, and I lost.
Yeah, I had Justin Herbert, so it was a bloodbath at quarterback. That was the whole difference of the game. So, yeah, I don't think you can trust Cam going forward, but Jarrett Stidham's not a very good alternative either. Every time he comes into a game, he throws a pick. So, with all that said, I'm leaning on the Bills here, even though they're struggling too. I think this, like the Jets game was supposed to be their get-right game, and they couldn't score a touchdown against the Jets, which was really annoying to watch. Like, you know, we really should have covered the Bills spread there of -13 because the Jets didn't score for most of that game outside like a couple times in the first half. So, but here's the thing about the Bills. They're so bad in the red zone against the Jets. They're like 3-13 on getting touchdowns. And then against other teams, I think they're 14 of 15 in the red zone, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So, I think if they can kind of get right in that area, they'll be better. We saw the 49ers work their running game and, you know, get outside on the Patriots, and that caused some problems for them. I think a lot of Josh Allen on the move is going to cause trouble for the Patriots. I wouldn't be surprised to see him scramble quite a bit today or this upcoming week. And, you know, the Bills got to get something going with their run game. Zach Moss and Devin Singletary, this is the week to do it. I'm on the Bills here. I'm not super gung-ho about this because I don't like betting on teams that are not performing well, and the Bills have not performed well recently, but I'm fine fading the Patriots at this point. So I'll probably go on them for 1 to 2 units, depending on what the injury report looks like for New England.
It's great info on Cam Newton. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with him. Like, he's throwing passes into the dirt, and you know, if it's just his hand, you know, I shouldn't say just his hand. That's how he throws the ball. But like, I don't understand why he's not scrambling either. Like, he didn't run at all against the Niners. I know he ran more against the Broncos, but it was just so frustrating, you know, having a big play on the Patriots and just seeing Cam Newton just like, a 3rd and 4 throws a 1-yard pass. 3rd and 5, 2-yard pass. 3rd and 6 throws the ball into the ground. Like, it's just like, all right, we had no chance to win this game at all, especially with the defense not playing well. But yeah, I as long as you know, unless if you were to tell me that Cam Newton would be 100% for this game, I could buy the Patriots. You know, because the advanced spread in this game was lower. It was -3. Now it's up to 3.5. So we have a little bit of value here on the Patriots, but it's bad value if Cam Newton's not healthy. I don't want to bet on an injured quarterback, and I need to see Cam Newton play a healthy game before I bet on the Patriots. So I'm going to be on the Bills. Not confident in this pick. I'm not going to bet it unless something changes, but I think that the Bills will play a lot better. I mean, Josh Allen had a great start to the season. He struggled a bit lately, but I think that if he runs more, I think that'll help him a lot. I mean, we saw the Patriots just struggle against the run. So, you know, if he gets the running game going along with Singletary, and then if John Brown could come back, I think that'll help the offense. The one encouraging thing though about the 18-10 non-cover win that they had last week against the Jets was that their defense played better. And I know they were playing against Sam Darnold, but the Jets had most of their offensive line back, and they limited the Jets to 120 yards or 40-something yards of offense. So their defense at least played well. It was just their offense in the red zone just couldn't score. I think they outgained the Jets by 300 yards. So, and by the way, my dad his biggest bet of the week was on the Bills, and he called me as soon as the game ended, and he yelled that the game was fixed. And I was like, Dad, there's so much sharp action on the Jets. I tried to tell you, but it was, but yeah, it was. I think the Bills were looking forward to this game, and I think they have a good game plan ready for the Patriots. So I like them. But again, if you were to tell me Newton's suddenly going to be healthy, then I think I'd take the Patriots.
Yeah, if we could guarantee that we were getting Cam Newton fully healthy, I think that if this is trending in the direction of +4, I would be on the Patriots. But if we're still questionable about him and some of the offensive line weapons, I know Joe Tooney, I think, got banged up in that game. And, he's a left guard for them, but he can play any position up front. So if he's out, that's huge because they moved him to center at times when their centers were out this year. He could play left tackle if Isaiah Wynn gets hurt. So if his ankle injury is serious, that could end up having a bigger ripple effect than people realize. So that's the other big injury thing to watch. I mean, we're always watching the Patriots for injuries because they put a million people on the injury report, but this week's going to be particularly important.
That is, the Patriots are the most frustrating team to get an injury report on. I just don't know anything. I actually wrote that the Patriots should be fined or something because, if Cam Newton is injured, like why wasn't he on the injury report? Just at least like full participant, at least like if his hand's injured. Like, I don't know. It's just frustrating to lose a lot of money on it. But, what are you going to do? The Patriots are not reliable for information at all. All right. Then